reach back. You know, you'll be kind of in your arch, and you're gonna reach back, pull that pilot chute, get that ball,
Throw it.
and throw it hard. Clear air.
It won't.
Yeah.
That's what happened. Don't worry, I'll float.
Okay.
It does fall.
Come on.
Yeah.
So you want, so you're gonna want to throw it hard. So because you don't want, there's a verbal. The wind's coming this way, and it's gonna block you in. So if you throw it lazy, it could get caught in that verbal dead wind, and it'll kind of just flap and not do anything until you roll over. You kind of want to get into clean air. So go ahead, you're gonna be skydiving, and you're gonna reach back. You're gonna pitch it hard to the side for a football.
Go, hard. Your life depends on it.
Oh, that is hard. Woo. That was not hard enough. Or was that?
That was good. No, that would have worked. That would have worked perfect. And then if you know, if you had problems, then you know you would go to this one. You go to grab the handle. Again, you don't pull it, but it would be that would be your cutaway. And then you would go to the other one and pull your reserve out. Yep. There you go.
Scared, like not scared.
Ready to skydive. Pecan. I usually don't.
Yeah, you guys' parachutes are all ready to go.
Do those have an extra? Like
They all have to.
They all do.
Legally, they have to, yeah. By law, you have to have two.
You will not, yeah, you won't be able to fly that one unless you're really lucky. So, you know, these are, so basically, so, you know, these are your lines. He's packing, this is a tandem rig right here that you're going to be flying. And, you know, it's a big canopy because it's got to carry both of you guys. The lines are thicker, everything's a little bigger with the tandem rig. These are your lines. These are your toggles. When your parachute comes out, you know, you're gonna pull these they're gonna pull these toggles free, and you're gonna have two toggles that you hold in your hand. That's how you're gonna fly your parachute, okay? And then I'll talk to your tandem instructor if you want to, and you can fly your parachute up high.
Yeah, he'll give you the turn.
Yeah. So he'll hand you the toggles, and basically, if you're holding them up like this, you're in full flight. You're just going fast. If you wanted to slow down, you would pull both at the same time. That's changing your angle of attack on your canopy and making it fly more level. When you land, that's basically essentially what you're going to do. Because when you're in full flight, the parachute's kind of got an angle of attack like this, so it's going pretty fast to the ground. So that speed's good because you'll get a stronger flare, which is how you land. So as you're coming towards the ground fast, they're going to pull. You're going to start pulling down. That's going to level your parachute out, going with the ground, and at the very end, right before you touch down, you're gonna bring it all the way down to just stall that canopy out, slow it down, and try to get the softest landing possible. And that's what we call a flare. You can actually do that up high. You can take your toggles, start pulling down, go all the way to the stalling point. You'll feel it because you'll go back into free fall. And you let up, and you start flying again. If you take one toggle, one's in full flight, and you yank one down, then you're gonna go into a turn. Opposite, you're going to do this turn. You take one toggle, pull it down hard, go into a fast turn. You can go into a break turn. You can go like break it down. This is break. So you bring it down about that far. You're slowing the canopy down, and you can do just a real soft, flat break turn. Or you can go full flight, do a hard, which I like to do. Recommend it. Go and just rip one. Do a nice 360. And when you do a turn, the parachute will dive. That's what's fun about it. You'll feel like you're almost going back into free fall. Because so if you do a hard enough turn, you start doing that 360, your parachute's diving down, and you'll feel that downward speed. And that's how most people kill themselves in skydiving. It's usually experienced people, fun jumpers. They have lots of jumps, but they have perfectly good parachutes, but they kill themselves by turning into the ground. That's most casualties and injuries are caused by that. You do not want to do a low turn. So when you're low and you're going to land, the worst thing you can do is go back into a turn, because it will bring your parachute into a dive. And even if you correct it, it takes a little bit of time for that parachute to level out. So if you do a low turn, you turn to the ground, you kill yourself. There's something called swooping, which people like to do. It's a very aggressive turn that takes you into a real dive, like almost a free fall dive. And they're getting as much downward speed, almost into a free fall as they can. And at the last minute, they let the parachute level out on itself, by itself, and they just come in really fast, and then they fly across the ground like 80, 90 miles per hour for a long time. Very cool to look at, very exciting, but very dangerous. That's how most people kill themselves. And what they're doing, they're not doing a toggle turn. They're actually taking their front risers. You close that bag, but you saw how the lines came. There's two risers basically. Well, I'll just explain it, and that makes sense later. But so you saw where the toggles were. Remember the toggles were attached? They were attached to the rear risers. So those sets of lines actually cascade into two risers. The risers are the thicker fabric that goes up until it goes to the lines. So you'll have front risers and you'll have rear risers. The toggles are on the rear risers because that's kind of your steering is going to be in the rear. You can actually grab that rear riser and just like the toggles, you can grab the rear risers and pull them down and flare. Some happen to your toggles, you could land compared to fly your parachute with your rear risers. And it's not as good because the toggles just the brake lines, the rear risers taking that whole set of lines. So the stall point's a little shorter, but you could land it, you could fly it like that. It's actually a great way to fly long distances without losing speed is get on the rear risers. The front risers will take your parachute in a dive. There's a lot of resistance. So what these guys do when they swoop is they're taking their front riser, one of the front risers, and they're yanking that down. And that's putting that parachute into like a mega dive.
Creating a pendulum effect.
Yeah, just swings them, and they're almost going into free fall. So they usually do like a 180 or a 270 turn with the front riser, and then swoop. Very dangerous. You guys won't be doing that. I did want to, let's see if there's a parachute. It looks like they're all closed up, but I kind of wanted to show her how the Ram Air canopies work. So the old, yeah, that's all I do. So in the old days, you remember the old round parachutes, like military style, World War II.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're just a big round parachute, and it's just like fabric basically. And those parachutes, you had no control. You couldn't land.
You didn't drift.
Yeah, you just went where the wind carries you, landed where you were going to land, and you landed pretty hard.
You drove the line.
Because it's just like basically what most people think of a parachute. What we fly now is nothing like that. It's more of a wing. So the design is, and they're faster. You can actually have a soft landing. You have control. You can land where you want. But they are faster, and they can be more dangerous. But you have more control. So they're more of a wing. They're more square. And the most innovative part about it is the nose is open. So there'll be like these cells. Okay, imagine like the nose being open, so air can rush into these cells. The back, the tail is closed. So as you're falling and you're flying, air will rush in and it will just pressurize that whole wing. So it's floating. you know, so like a big air mattress, and so that's like it's called a ram air canopy, and so that makes you know, it makes it more floaty, you know, faster. It's way better, and that gives you all that control. So that's basically what's happening. I could probably show you a picture of that. This guy out here, he's doing AFF. Okay, they're working with him. He's getting his license to skydive. So they're going through. So if you wanted to get licensed, basically you would have like a 8-hour day ground school. They would go over kind of stuff we're talking about, explain everything, what happens with this, you know, where to land, how to land. And then there's 7 jumps, and they're just planning out one of their jumps. 7 jumps. You have to do different,
Scenarios?
Do a sequence of different stuff. Like they want you to, you know, pull at a certain time, and you know, maybe do 360s each way. Maybe track is what we do. Say if we're in free fall and you're way over there, I want to get to you. You know, I can track to you faster than I could run. You know, pretty fast. You know, just flying your body basically. They want to know you can fly your body, keep it heading, and progress through that. You know, they want you to do some flips, some front flips, back flips, some direction changes. Just know that you can fly your body, that you can get out of control, restabilize, that you can pull on time. Once you have the 7 jumps done and you clear them all, then you're free to jump by yourself, under supervision, but by yourself essentially. After 25 jumps, and you do all the things on the court, you have to do a series of stuff on a piece of paper you fill out, and then you get your A license. That means you can go to any drop zone and jump without supervision, and you can jump with other people. Then there's B, C, and D licenses as well, and they're, you know, give you different privileges. Doing night jumps, jump out of helicopters, balloons, stuff like that. Yeah. Let me see if I can find a picture of it.
In the middle room, there's parachute pictures, remember?
Hey, do you have any questions? Is there anything I can do to help your project? Or?
I do have like this contract paper for you to fill out.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Okay. Yeah. I'll show you. Have you heard of base jumping before?
Yeah, I'd rather jump out of a plane.
É isso aí que eu quero que você grave na sua cabeça. Fica com essa ideia que você acabou de ter visto.
This is pilot shootout. Base rig works just like our rigs. It just has to happen faster, and it can't fail because you only have 1 parachute in a base jump. You got no time for a reserve. Very dangerous, but very badass. Yeah, this is actually that's me. You can't really see it. It's not